What is going on, everyone? It is James, aka TheComicRaider. I feel like I say this all the time, but this is a overdue video. About 3 weeks ago or so, maybe, I took a vacation out to Branson, Missouri, with some family up there, and I hit up a comic book store while I was there. I believe it is called Comic Force, and picked up some cool stuff. Now, I had planned on filming this when I returned, and then I was like, well, I want to show it on the low grades first, which I did, and then I wanted to like rebag and board, and then I just totally forgot about it, and yeah, so story of my life. But I found some really cool stuff here, so I was like, no, I still need to go about making this video. So I'm gonna run through a couple of things here. I do just want to double check that it was called Comic Force, because I feel bad right now. So yes, it is Comic Force in Branson. It was a really cool shop there. They also had like a big arcade place next door. I did not check that out, but it did look really, really cool. At least like from the outside in the pictures and stuff like that. So, you know, it was a nice, they called it the family vacation destination or something like that. Branson was dope though. So anyways, let's go ahead and run through some of the pickups there. So a couple of these, we're going to start with like what I would call new comic book day stuff. So at the time, I had not gone to my LCS to see if they had it. So I picked up From the Abyss, Epitaphs from the Abyss. This is issue number 1. The return of these type of series. Amazing Lee Bermejo art right there. So pick this up. I do have issue number 2 now as well, so I'm gonna check out both of those. I have not had a chance to read that yet. This had also just came out. This is What If Donald Duck Became Wolverine. I don't pick up a bunch of Scotty Young covers, but I thought this was a really cool one. It's funny, cute. It's like a perfect combination of the two characters. Kind of, you know, this is Donald Duck was always my favorite from, you know, Mickey and the Gang. I have a picture of him when I was in like, I don't know, probably 8th grade or something like that, going to Disneyland and taking a picture with him. But for me, it was always the attitude, you know, the attitude, the anger. I always really enjoyed the character. So this was a good one. I did read this, although I read it as soon as I came back, and my memory is terrible. But I enjoyed it though. It was like, obviously he's playing Wolverine. Mickey is Hawkeye. Goofy is like the Incredible Hulk, although I forgot the name that they gave him. And you know, he's like gray, I think. Or no. Yeah, he was like a gray version, gray Hulk. But I think. But anyways, yeah. And then like Pete is the bad guy who's like taking out a bunch of other Marvel, Disney, you know, characters. So he's got like Avengers or Captain America's shield as his trophy, and he's in this trophy room. And yeah, so anyway, so Hawkeye, Mickey just recruits Donald here to kind of join him and take him out. But there was just a lot of funny moments. There was like this one part where they showed him and Goofy together, kind of like as Patch and Mr. Fix-It. And so there was just a really like cool things there. So that was a fun one to pick up. And then I really was on the hunt for this variant. I ended up picking that one up also, but obviously being the Glizzy Goblin, the Glizzy, the Glizzith of Rizith, as Katie likes to call me. I love that one. And yeah, I had to pick this one up. So I was very happy to find it. It has already been blessed with Mylar, and it will stay that way. So yeah, I mean, come on now, my man. That looks good too. And honestly, if I had Wolverine claws, this is exactly what I'd be doing too. So I found these for $1, so of course had to get these. This is like the newest edition of the Spawn Image First, so I was happy with that. Let's see, we also picked up Spectacular Spider-Man. If you are not familiar with this, there is a Kool-Aid packet on the inside, and that is where, you know, us Comic Book Fiend Club West chapter, you know, it's like it's not our grail, but it is definitely I don't know, tradition. I don't know what we call the actual book itself, but it is a tradition for us to drink said Kool-Aid. So we always try to find these Kool-Aid books. So this is one of them. I did already package this up, but you can always tell because you can feel the Kool-Aid inside and know that it's in there. So yeah, this has a legitimate Kool-Aid packet in it. So that's why I picked that one up. I also got X-Men the movie Prelude. This was pretty cool. I also picked this up because it was a Toys R Us edition, and I was a huge fan of Toys R Us as a kid, and so the fact that they are now out of business, it was kind of like one of those, you know, pick this up because years and years and years from now it'll be like people won't even know what Toys R Us was anymore, and so this is just cool to have. I mean, I know that they've made their return into Macy's and stuff, but you get the idea. So yeah, this one was cool. I did read this. It was basically like a Wolverine prequel. My understanding is there are different versions with different characters that kind of go over what they've been through. I don't even remember. He was like, oh, he met a girl and then she'd had like her memory kind of wiped, or an accident happened to her, and some guys were like after the both of them. And yeah, I don't really remember much else other than that. But Superman Gallery. Now, I picked this up for a reason. I also learned that there are multiple of these. I was always under the impression that there was only one. And I've kind of already forgot the name of the other one. I do believe it is possibly the Man of Steel Gallery or Action Comics Gallery. I can't remember. But I always knew of that gallery book because it's one of the few times that Todd McFarlane has drawn Superman. And it's like an image of Superman kind of floating up in space, kind of like looking over Earth. And it's like typical Todd McFarlane with the way that the cape looks and everything. I picked this one up because I was like, well, this cover is not... I didn't remember exactly what that cover looked like, but I knew it if I saw it. And I was like, this is not that. But let me go through it anyways. And so I did, and I was like, oh no, yeah, I have to have this. I mean, even in the first page, you've got pinups here by Mobius and Neil Adams. And then on the second page, Joe Shuster, Kurt Swan, Stan K. I mean, there was some, these are awesome. And it just goes through a bunch. John Byrne, Frank Miller. I'm not going to go through all of them, but this was another good one. And then I just kept flipping through, and there it is. Another Todd McFarlane one. So he has drawn him a couple of times, and they've been put into these galleries. But it is, again, not often. Now, I bring all that up because Todd McFarlane is one of my favorites. Well, not one of. He is my favorite artist, so... You know, if I can find stuff like this, I always think that it's pretty cool and it's, you know, unique. So yeah, I really liked that one. I'm trying to see what other... So yeah, Jim Steranko here on the back. I'll show you guys that one. So yeah, I always enjoy these galleries. I like Superman, so... And then yes, again, obviously, with the whole McFarlane... edition, you know, had to get it. So that is that. I also picked up this Web of Spider-Man issue number 113, I believe is what it says. So I thought this was a really awesome cover here, featuring Black Cat and Gambit. I just thought they all looked really cool, and it was still polybagged. And all it said is that there was this, you know, introduction to the show, to the cartoon, on the back, and so I decided to open it on the low grades. I was really undecided if I wanted to or not. I am very glad that I did for two reasons. So number one, I'm gonna show you guys the little work in progress preview here, and it's basically like kind of how you imagine any preview book to be. It's gonna go over the show, what they're working on, the artwork for it, a lot of different discussions from a lot of different artists and people who were working on the show and or artists of Spider-Man, and then yeah, just a cool little preview, production design and storyboard, and there's like a bunch of different previews of the villains here in the back, and yeah, so this was just pretty cool. And then I was like, oh, I don't think it said that this was gonna be included, but man, am I glad that I opened it and saw this, because I will definitely want to frame this eventually, I think. For now, I'm gonna keep it in here so I don't lose it, but I'm gonna keep it stuck to the book just so that I don't keep taking it off and on, but a Spider-Man and Otto Octavius Doc Ock cell from, gonna be used obviously for the show. So I just thought, I mean, I do like cells. I have a couple of them. I have a couple like Spawn ones and stuff. I just thought that this was really, really cool for that to be included in there. So that was awesome. Very cool. And it's a great, great cell. Like, 2 characters that I really like. And then a nice little action shot there. I always really liked Doc Ock from the animated. I like him in general, but like the animated, I always loved the costume and everything like that. It was really, really cool. So that is that book. I'm just gonna put this back into the bag here, and then we're gonna move on. Got a few more books here. So next up is Topps Comics Super Deluxe Kirby Chrome Trading Card Inside. This is Satan's 6, issue number 1. I picked this up because A, it is Kirby, it is also McFarlane. That was the kicker for me. So really cool cover here. Although I did like open it and I looked at like the first page. Other than right here, McFarlane isn't really mentioned like on the inside for like, oh, he's working on it and stuff. Obviously like all these names and everything, but it was just interesting. But either way, definitely McFarlane on here. So Kirby and McFarlane, 2 greats. So I had to pick that one up. This next one is a book I've been after for a long time. This is all of these books. I know that was weird of me saying it like that, but all of these books are going to be like low grade, better than no grade kind of thing. I guess maybe not all of them, but this one's definitely a low grade. But I haven't found one before, so I had to pick it up. This is Action Comics number 457. It is considered a controversial cover just because the suggestiveness or provocative cover here with Superman, little boy crying face down in a pillow, Superman undressing, like what the hell is going on here? But I did read this one. It's basically, and it obviously low grade, it's pretty beat up on the spine, it's got freaking pen mark right there, but I did read this one. It is basically the kid is dying, and his dad is like, hey, this is what he wants to know your identity, and Superman like tells him, okay, well, this is my identity, and then the kid's like, I don't believe you. And he's like, what, bro, what? He's like, nah, I don't believe you. And he's like, okay, I'll prove it to you. And he takes the kid, I forgot what he does. He like stops a train, stops a car, maybe takes on a couple bad guys, and the kid's like, nah, I still don't believe you. Like, what, this little, And then eventually he's like, take me back to your place. If you're really Clark Kent, take me back to your crib. So they go to his house. He opens up, they go to the bathroom, and then he opens up his medicine cabinet, and the medicine cabinet is empty. And he's like, now I know that you're telling the truth, because Clark Kent doesn't have any medicine and doesn't have any toothbrush and toothpaste, and like there's nothing here that a normal human would have. Your medicine cabinet's just empty. So obviously that means that you really are Superman. Like, bro, what the man? But it's a weird. But anyways, cover definitely classic. Had to pick that one up. This next one is Dark Horse Presents number 10. I'm no expert here. According to Key Collector and a couple other places, they consider this like first appearance of the Mask before he becomes like the Mask, as in the Jim Carrey version that we all know in a later issue. But this is the first The Mask spelled with Q-U-E. So, I mean, again, I never really read the comics anyways, so I'm not going to sit here and claim to be an expert, but that's just what it is advertised at. Regardless, I got it. It does have like water stains and stuff on the back, so it's not a super high grade, although it does present as super high grade. But still a cool one to pick up nonetheless, or I guess actually it does have some issues there on the front. But so yeah, Dark Horse Presents number 10. This one I just love. World's Finest number 144. And as you can see, this looks like a damn facsimile. Now it does have a little issue right there on the spine. The back is totally trash, like water damage, stains, it's fugly. But the front here, which is what really matters, is amazing. Other than that one spot right there, the colors probably aren't even doing justice here on video in Mylar, but the colors are just incredible. The blue, the red, the green on Brainy, just all of it. The green on the freaking title, like, this thing presents so well. I love this one. And this is Batman and Robin revealed their identity to Jimmy Olsen as well in this title, because, you know, Superman trusts him, so we're gonna trust you as well. And but yeah, man, this is, oh, I just love this. Love this freaking book. And then 2 more here. We have Out of This World number 6 from Charlton. The complete low grade. Absolute low grade, better than no grade. This cover is detached. It is falling off. It has fallen off. The pages are just, I mean, this thing is, it's seen some better days. It's got water damage on the front, on the back, but I picked it up because, number one, it's from like 1957, I think, and it is done by Ditko, and that is why I had to pick this one up. So, again, just really trippy cover, definitely some Ditko work here, and yeah, I mean, again, it's seen better days, but I don't care. I love it. And now the last one. I'm a big sports guy. I love finding sports comics. And this one, for its age, also presents well. This is Sports Thrills number 15. Really cool, awesome baseball cover here. And it is also pretty beat up. I don't remember if I did open it up and flip through it. I think it's also detached. But regardless, I don't really care. Again, we're talking some low grade stuff from 1951, I believe. So I will take that. I think, again, it still presents really, really well. It basically, like, inside is telling, like, these mini comics about, like, different players. It's actually not the players on the bottom here. It was, like, I honestly, I forget the names. I remember, like, looking at them, and it was names that even I recognized from way back in the day. So this one was pretty cool. Now, here's the kicker, though. I did not know this at the time. I literally grabbed this because it was a sports cover. I love baseball. I love baseball comic books. But then when I looked it up, right there, L.B. Cole. I have got an L.B. Cole comic book cover. I don't know if this is, I don't know how many of these I have, if I even have any. So I was super hype about that, still am. I think this is amazing. So yeah, this is definitely the highlight here. And now that I just said that, I'm realizing that I am forgetting one pickup. I don't even know where it is, so I'm probably not gonna find it. It is not a book, actually. It's, yeah, I don't know where the heck I put it, but I picked up a DVD of Daredevil, like Ben Affleck, Daredevil, woof, but I love Daredevil, top 3 character for me, and I don't own it, and it was $1, so enough said, right? But yeah, that was my other pickup from there. I don't think I grabbed any toys. I think it was, yeah, the comics and then that Daredevil DVD, which was pretty cool. It was like a dual disc. One of them was Daredevil, one of them was Bullseye, Colin Farrell, and yeah, I don't know what I did with that. I probably already put it away with my movies, but I'm forgetting. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. That is it for my pickups from, again, Comic Force in Branson. Check them out. I do believe they have a Springfield location as well. But yeah, there was some really cool stuff. Again, I am like super happy with stuff that I found like this. I mean, look at that side by side right there. Incredible. But anyways, that's going to do it for you, boy. I am out until next time. Appreciate all the love and support like always. And Comic Raider is out, man. Deuces.